you're new here, welcome. I talk about books and sometimes other things. In fact, at the end of my July video, I did mention that I was going to maybe do something a little bit different. So I'm experimenting a little. So here we go. I've read 2 books and I've watched 2 movies. I usually read a lot more than that, and I usually watch a lot more than that, even though it's been 2 weeks. But my brain, headspace, all that stuff hasn't been good. So I have my first book that I finished in the month of August. Technically, I finished the last half after I got home, and it was August. So I finished Fourth Wing by Rebecca Yarros. I gave this 3 blossoms. I know. Some people don't like it, some people do. I didn't hate it. I did find it very predictable a lot, and I didn't really care too much for the dialogue, but I found out from my sister, who's the one that encouraged me to pick that up and listen to it while we were riding down to Mass and back, that she wanted me to read it to find out if I felt the same way. And I told her that she was probably doing what was best for her, because I agree, the dialogue wasn't the most mature a lot of the time. But I can sort of compartmentalize. Some things that bother her don't bother me as much. So she's like, you're able to tolerate a lot of that stuff more than me. So I get it. I figure you'll probably be more entertained than I was. She was right. She was right. I love the dragons. I love the whole bonding with the dragon rider. I loved that part. And I loved that our main character, Violet, was dealing with some chronic illness stuff. It was nice to kind of see that in a character. It also made me think, this is the reason why she fights so hard. She wants to say, even prove to herself, I can do this. Everybody thinks I can't. I'm just going to do it. I can take the easy way out, but I'm just going to do it, because everybody keeps telling me I can't. I'm like, I am the same way. Let's talk about the sexy time. That scene with the kiss, that first really hot one, whew, that was good. I do like that they pulled back and realized that, the reason it was happening might not be because they solely were like truly into it without some help. So I did like that. I was very okay with that. Then we get to the first sexy time scene when they're gonna, boom, boom, bang. So apparently there was some boom, boom, bang, but this is what I remember. They were standing in her room. Things were getting hot and heavy. Then she woke up naked. Her room was a mess. Like a really bad mess. And she was alone. That's right, I fell asleep. Now, my trip was very short, but also traveling can be exhausting for me. So, yeah, it doesn't surprise me. Did I rewind? No, I just kept on going. I could, take it or leave it. So without that, it probably would have been like a YA book, but this is supposed to be new adult. And that's how I felt when I was reading. Am I reading? I got the feeling when I was reading Blood Gift that the same feeling. New adult isn't new adult to me. It just reads young, and I don't know if I like it. Sometimes I like it. I mean, I read Prophecy in Ash, and that's new adult, and I like that a lot. I digress. So, 3 blossoms for this book, as I said, and what helped make it a 3 instead of a 2.5 was that last battle scene, the last couple of chapters, where we suddenly switch to Xaden's point of view instead of Violet's. I'm hoping that we can still get some more of his point of view in the next book, because I think that will make it even more enjoyable. So I'm looking forward to that. I'm also looking forward to finding out whether I was right or not about a couple of things. That'll be interesting. So the second book that I picked up was the 13th book in the Mercy Thompson series, by Patricia Briggs. This is Soul Taken. This is a paranormal urban fantasy. We have witches, we have werewolves, we have shifters, we have deities of some sort. We've got vampires. Did I say vampires? I think I did. Can't remember. But yeah, there's all kinds of things that go bump in the night. And Mercy has a tendency to be smack dab in the middle of it. In fact, she's got a lot on her plate. I like the way some of that anxiety about that is dealt with in the book. I also love the way that Patricia Briggs does a lot of, like, not really fade to black, but I guess you might as well call it fade to black. You don't need to know all the dirty details. You just don't. And I feel that that kind of goes along with the fact that Mercy's kind of private that way anyways. She doesn't do a lot of what's it called? Public affection type stuff. She's not that kind of a person. So her character, I love her character. She's also very passive aggressive. So a suggestion, those characters, if you were to meet someone like Mercy, I would check your shampoo bottle before you use it. Just saying. God, that was funny. So yeah, the series, I love it. I love the side characters. I love all the characters. They're all very interesting. I mean, one of her closest friends is a vampire and he drives a Scooby-Doo van. I mean, that's cool. That's really cool. She's got some other side characters. I mean, her boss or partner in business is also a fae who has the ability to be able to manipulate iron or touch it. So that's pretty cool. And he has some interesting fae powers, I think. We also find out some interesting things in this book that you didn't know about before. Some things that you thought were correct in your thinking along the lines of who is connected and in what way. And it's very interesting how it shifts a little bit. Yeah. So those were the two books that I read in the month of August so far. I am currently reading a high fantasy, very grim, but I like it. I like it so much. I'm having such a good time with it. I was looking forward to it. It's part of the Pleasure Your Shelf book club. I will put a link down below. It's you can find them on Goodreads. And I'm also buddy reading a book with Noria and her Patreons, and I will leave a link down below for Noria's channel. Please go check her out. She's so much fun. She's more than just books. She also likes anime and she likes gaming, and she's very passionate about those things, and she shares her joy, and it's just so much fun to watch her. It's so much fun. I have to watch the One Piece show now. I have to, because I said I wanted to. I'm very excited about that. I've never read the manga, but she has, and she's watched the anime, and now she's looking forward to the live action just as much as I am. So yeah, that's gonna be fun. We get to talk about that kind of stuff. Now, there's some other kinds of movies that I think I want to watch. The Whale. I want to check that out. But the two movies that I have watched so far in the month of August are Ant-Man Wasp Quantumania. That was a 2.5 out of 5 theater popcorns. Right in the middle. Not a complete waste of time. It entertained us, such as it was, but it was very silly. I'm very hit or miss lately with a lot of the superhero action stuff. I think that there's just been so many of them. I kind of think, I agree. There's some people out there that say they kind of need to cool it on that. They do. They need to focus on some different stuff. We'll see what happens after this strike stuff is over. I don't know. Maybe some independent people out there will be doing some stuff and giving the fans, because it's not our fault. I love that they blame us. I also found it interesting that somebody actually said that the American audience was kind of too stupid to be able to get the nuances of like the Witcher books, and that's why they deviated from the source material, and I'm like, what? I'm kind of insulted. I'm still insulted. I still feel a little salty about that, just a little bit. Now, for movie number 2. This was a 5 theater bucket popcorn. It is Are You There, God? It's Me, Margaret. This is based off of a Judy Blume book that I grew up with, my sisters grew up with. It was very much full of some nostalgia from being a youth, and a lot of silly things and conversations that were going on between some of the friends and with our friend Margaret. I get it. Had some of those conversations with mom and grandma. I just love that stuff. I love coming of age stories about, just before high school, growing up kind of stuff. I love that stuff. It's just so much fun to watch. So yeah, those are the books that I read. Those are the 2 movies that I read so far. So, what are you watching? What are you reading? What are you doing to have fun that fills you with joy? Share it with me down below. If you don't have anything to say, leave me a little blue heart emoji. Let me know that you were here. And you know what? Stay hydrated. Enjoy yourself. Be good to yourself. Lots of self-care. Like, share, comment, bell icon, all that stuff. Till next time. Bye.